I have my duty.
To whom?
To everyone. It's the rules. Of the people, by the people, for the people.
Takes on a new meaning.
You're a wicked man.
Wicked?
You have no value.
Different values.
You won't be helped.
Destroyed.
You want to spoil things.
I won't be a goldfish in a bowl.
I must go. I may see you later.
Can you avoid it?
It's an excellent series. You know, people should definitely watch it because it's probably one of the most symbolic visual, productions ever made, far beyond anything most people have ever come across, and certainly deals with the concept of what is freedom, and very much deals with the concept that even if you don't have freedom given to you, then you can still be free in your attitude or your mind,
Yeah.
It's your thinking and your attitude that must remain free, even if you're a prisoner in every other sense.
What about the philosophy, the rationale of the village? What did you tell them about that? Its raison d'etre, not its mechanics, but its gut.
It's a place that is trying to destroy the individual by every means possible, trying to break his spirit so that he accepts that he's number 6 and will live there happily as number 6 forever after. And this is the one rebel that they can't break.
Patrick McGoohan's 1967 to 1968 television series, The Prisoner, which first aired nearly 50 years ago, may not be one of the most widely known works of visual art of the 20th century. But for those who have discovered this gem of the past, it remains one of the most interesting and challenging shows ever to grace the small screen, and one that is just as relevant today as it was to its late 60s viewing audience. Like so many great works of art, it is able to lend itself to a variety of interpretations, for it operates on many different levels simultaneously and can be analyzed on many. The series is an open text, which allows us to see in it what we choose to, for its plots encapsulate a variety of subject matter, themes, myths, archetypes, characters, symbols, and pose very important questions. The Prisoner meets Ayn Rand's criteria for inclusion in the top ranks of romantic art. It possesses themes which are the fundamental, universal, and timeless issues of man's existence. It follows in the tradition of anti-modernists of the school of Joyce, D.H. Lawrence, T.S. Eliot, Yeats, Pound, Kafka, Huxley, and even Orwell. It uses its era's particularities as symbols in an allegory which steadfastly refuses to knuckle down to one-dimensional interpretations. Among the many of these fundamental issues it faces us with is, what does it mean to be an individual? Does or can individualistic identity exist in a society that demands total conformity? What happens to us if we no longer say no, or worse, no longer have the freedom to? It asks us to question others, as well as ourselves, constantly, and to accept nothing on face value. In this video, I will first narrow our scope of the series to its primary themes of totalitarianism, collectivism, and the individual in opposition to these two forces. I will then discuss in detail the more subtle themes of the series, as it can be understood as a political statement, a psychological study, and a mythological allegory. But first, let us make a quick overview of the basic storyline.
Where am I?
In the village.
What do you want?
Information.
Whose side are you on?
That would be telling. We want information. Information. Information.
You won't get it.
By hook or by crook, we will.
Who are you?
The new number 2.
Who is number 1?
You are number 6.
I am not a number. I am a free man.
A secret agent, whose name is never divulged in the entire series, resigns his job in anger and prepares to flee London, when he is suddenly rendered unconscious with sleeping gas by a man who had followed him home in a black hearse. He wakes up later to find himself in a replica of his London apartment. He looks out the window to discover that he is really in a small, cosmopolitan town where he is being held captive, referred to only as the village. The village is a totally planned and regulated society. No one in the village is referred to by name, only by a given number. The residents of the village are all former government agents or some variety of political prisoner. On the whole, however, the prisoners of this village have grown to love their servitude. Our protagonist, number 6, as he is called by his captors, has been brought to the village so that they might discover the reason for his resignation.
It's a question of your resignation.
Go on.
The information in your head is priceless. I don't think you realize what a valuable property you've become. A man like you is worth a great deal on the open market.
Who brought me here?
I know how you feel, believe me. And they have taken quite a liberty.
Who are they?
A lot of people are curious about what lies behind your resignation. You had a brilliant career. Your record is impeccable. They want to know why you suddenly left.
What people?
Personally, I believe your story. I do think it was a matter of principle. But what I think doesn't really count, does it? One has to be sure about these things.
And that gives you the right to poke your nose into my private business?
Now, please. It's my job to check your motive.
I've been checked.
Of course, but when a man knows as much as you do, a double check does no harm. A few details may have been missed.
I don't know who you are or who you work for. And I don't care. I'm leaving.
Have you not yet realized there's no way out?
He refuses to tell them, and he refuses to become part of the village. He ceaselessly attempts to escape from it, constantly alert for any opportunity to outsmart his captors.
Good day, number 6.
Number what?
6. For official purposes, everyone has a number. Yours is number 6.
I am not a number. I am a person.
6 of one, half a dozen of another.
The head of the village is known as Number 2, and that title is always changing hands. But the true leader of the village, Number 1, is never seen and remains a mystery. Underneath the village is a complex underground of control rooms from which a vast bureaucracy watches the villagers' every move using sophisticated electronic technology. Each new Number 2 and his or her subordinates endeavor to break Number 6 in some fashion in order to get what they want from him: information.